Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Our guest tonight is a very funny comedian who performs regularly throughout the area. He's also the co-host of the very popular YouTube sensation, Homegrown and Hungry. We couldn't be happier that he's here with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Wicked Late, Brian Beaudoin. Brian, how are you, sir?
What's up, Brennan? How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
I've got a million questions for you, so let's get right into it.
I got a million answers.
Do you?
A million answers.
I don't know. You look suspicious. But first of all, I want you to tell the audience a little bit about where you're from, how you got interested in comedy.
All right, well, I'm from
When
Coventry.
the last time you shaved was?
Ah, dude, about a year, man. I save money on raises. That's what I do.
You should
I'm
see
from
his
Coventry.
back. What? No.
Yeah, my back is beautiful. My back is beautiful. You know,
Originally from Coventry, then.
Originally from Coventry, and you know, just one day I stayed home sick from school, and I rented Eddie Murphy Delirious. And you really shouldn't watch that when you're 8, but I did, and ever since then I've been wanting to make people laugh, man. It's fun. It's fun to make people laugh.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's how I got my start.
I'm still working on it. But anyway, so Eddie Murphy was a huge influence for you growing up?
Absolutely. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Abbott and Costello. I have a lot of influences, and I bring that to the stage. Not their material, but my influences.
Well, that's one of the keys to being a successful comedian is it's all about originality, right?
It is. It is. And a lot of my act is all about the energy from the crowd. You know, I try not to do the same show twice. And, you know, if the crowd's into it and the crowd's yelling and screaming and laughing, then I'm going to be into it. And,
Awesome.
and it just brings out the best of both worlds.
You really feed off that energy.
I do.
Yeah, like we're doing with our audience here tonight.
It's a great audience.
We're in a monastery here, ladies and
beautiful.
gentlemen.
It's a beautiful audience.
So do you remember the first time you hit the stage? How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it solid for about 3 years now. I started out with the Comedy Factory, which is a traveling comedy club here in Rhode Island. And, you know, worked my way up. Now I'm at the Connection, got a regular spot there. I host the Hardcore Show every Friday night at 10:30.
Now, we were talking about this earlier, the Hardcore Comedy Show. Is this where you just let loose? What do we need to know about this?
This is a show, like, if you've had a long week at work and you just want to sit back and relax and have fun, but yet be intensified by a comedy show, come to the Hardcore Show. You know, yelling, swearing, it's just a good time.
Right, I get the feeling you're very intense. I
I'm a
can
little
feel
bit
it right
intense.
now.
I'm a little bit intense.
Eric, can you feel it?
Oh, yeah.
He is feeling it over there. You know?
The chair is also feeling
This
it.
chair's feeling it, pounding right now.
So it really must be quite a thrill for you then. Is it nerve-wracking whenever you're trying out new material? Like, are you always a little bit nervous when that's going on?
You know, I'm at a point right now where when I try new material, I try to make sure the crowd's on my side. You know, I don't go up to a cold crowd and do new material. That's silly and stupid. Right. You know, I really make sure the crowd's with me, and then if I do my material and they don't like it, then shame on me for doing that material. You know, you just got to tweak it. It's fun. It's a good time.
Now you appear, like you said, you appear locally, Comedy Connection, stuff like that. I mean, do you have any future plans for to branch out outside of Rhode Island, maybe the Boston area, New York? When will Hurricane Beaudoin?
You know, I plan on taking over the world, Brendan. You know, this is going to be a worldwide sensation. It started out the Homegrown Comedy Crew, just 4 comics that, you know, we got our start here in Rhode Island. We're going to work our way up in Rhode Island. And yeah, you know, in fact, I'm going to be in Boston. I'm already performing in Boston, you know. So,
awesome.
You know, Boston, New York, and, you know, we're going to start in the east and work our way west.
Well, this is a hell of a place to start right here on Wicked Late. This is where it begins, my
This is
friend.
it.
The road to stardom goes right through this chair.
It does.
Now, talk to me about the Homegrown and Hungry YouTube sensation. What is this show that you've developed with your buddy Nate DeSalvo?
Yeah, Nate DeSalvo and I, we decided, you know what? Let's go to different restaurants and eat food for free. But they won't let you do that.
Right.
Like, you just can't walk into a restaurant and eat food. Did you know that?
I
didn't
did
know
not
that.
know that, no.
So we decided, you know what? Let's take our homegrown name and we're going to put it towards a TV show. And we're going to put it on YouTube. And what we do is we go around and we focus on those restaurants that have portions and comfort food. You know, we went to Spike's, we went to Kingston Pizza, we went to Long Shots Bar and Grill.
Now, tell me about the Spikes. I don't want to use the word fiasco, but what this really? How many did you put away? You were telling us earlier.
Me and Nate each ate 6, and
in 1 minute.
yeah, we did. Like the first 5 went down in about 5 to 10 minutes, and then after that, it was a battle, and we had a hot dog eating contest,
Right.
and that's what we did. And that's what we do. That's what Homegrown Hungry is all about. It's just having fun.
I would not want to be your toilet after one of these tapings.
My toilet is beautiful.
Sure it is.
I got the fluffy top. You got the fluffy top?
Say no more. No, I don't need to know anymore. So future episodes, you're looking to branch out and to visit different eateries throughout the Ocean State?
I want to go to the Nordic Lodge.
Oh yes.
If there's anybody out there from Nordic Lodge, make this happen. Camera, make this happen. make this happen. Nordic Lodge, homegrown and hungry.
The camera loves you, Brian. Look at that. Look at the way that
Look
image.
at it. I like how it blinks every camera. It blinks.
Either that or vertigo is setting in. I'm not sure what it is.
I'm getting whiplash.
Now, talk to me a little bit about, you've been on stage, you've been doing comedy for a while now. We were talking about this before we went on, about horror stories of being on the stage. Do any incidents stick out in your mind at this time of when you've been up there, and just any oh my God moments?
Yeah, there's been a couple. I consider myself a barroom comic. I do a lot of barrooms, and with a barroom, some people just don't expect comedy at a barroom. I'm sorry, and it's nothing against them, and I'm not one of those comedians that goes up and just starts messing with the crowd.
Right.
But if somebody wants to be disrespectful and affect my performance, then I'm gonna affect their life by pooping all over them.
Because you're there to work.
I am. This is my job.
That's
this
right.
is my job. And I can understand if you don't want to watch the comedy, that's fine. Just sit there and shut up. Go outside, have a cigarette. You don't have to make derogatory comments about my homosexual brother. And
what you're saying right now, I've had this exact discussion with Eric on many occasions. If you don't want to watch the comedy, head outside.
So I had a few choice words for these lovely, scantily clad ladies who probably work at some dance studio that involves dollar bills and poles, and one of them decided to slap me in the face.
Were you up on stage when this occurred?
Yeah.
Okay, right there in front of all.
Right there in front of everybody. The crowd started to get against these ladies, I guess we can call them.
Please tell me you retaliated physically. Please, Brian.
I would love to have retaliated. I was in shock of what just happened. Did I just get hit in the face by a stripper? Yes, I did.
Eric is having a coronary on the sidelines.
That's right.
So in other words, you never know what's going to happen when you're up on that stage.
You never know, and it's fun. It's a different experience every time.
Slapped by a stripper. I like it.
I like it too. Usually you got to pay for that.
I didn't know.
Usually you got to do the paying.
I didn't know my grandmother had been to one of your shows. No. I kid because I love. Well, Brian, where can folks learn more about you? Where can they learn more about the show and where you're performing? Upcoming dates, things like that.
Well, upcoming dates, we actually have. We're actually Homegrown Comedy Crew is going to be filming a DVD at the Comedy Connection.
Excellent.
That's going to come up September 1st. It's going to be a free show.
Okay.
It's a free show, so come on down. Bring your friends. It's going to be a great time. come have a couple drinks. Be part of a DVD.
Awesome. Am I going to be invited?
Absolutely. You guys be front and center if you want.
Thank you very much. Well, actually, I'm not allowed back in the Comedy Connection, but no, that's a story for another day. But awesome, and and of course YouTube. If people search for Homegrown and Hungry,
Homegrown and Hungry on YouTube. Me and Nate DeSalvo just eating food, stuffing our faces, doing what we do.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. We appreciate it. Slap Nate for me. He was supposed to be here, but that's a story for another day.
Oh, it's his birthday today. He's probably with those girls that slapped me.
No excuses. This is where the road to stardom goes through this chair.
This chair.
That's
Doug
right.
White sat in this chair.
He certainly did. He certainly did. Well, Brian, thank you very much for your time, and we wish you nothing but continued success on that road to stardom. And thanks very much for being here.
All right, man. It's been a pleasure.
Brian Beaudoin, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after this.